I just remember you just kept standing there and you trying to act like somebody in the hood. So, you know, got me up here. You talking about I put my hand up to God to tell the truth, and I'm lying with y'all. Say I don't listen. Man, I don't know you. I don't know these trick questions that you asked me or what, but you know what me and you talked about.
Was I just quiet and being myself?
No, you were acting like somebody I grew up with.
Did you tell me?
You talking too aggressive right now, and it's frustrating me. Shit, you played on me.
Yo, if finesse is the name of the game, is it safe to say that the finesser is actually getting finessed by the state? Is the state actually lining Woody up right now for a long fall? Man. If you're new, make sure y'all hit that notification bell, that like, share, comment, and subscribe. Grab a seat. We finna dig deep. What's up, YouTube family, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Jay, and y'all know we back with another deep dive into this Young Thug yslricotrial. Now ask yourself, watching this, are we not watching the state finesse the finesser? And ask yourself, is the state's star witness actually just too small for his own good? Now we are watching the state actually go all in just to secure a conviction from either side. But at this point, will the conviction come from the defense or the own star witness? And with the state's aggressive approach, ask yourself, are they willing to take whoever and whatever they can at this point just for a conviction on paper? Man, before we dig deep, tap that notification bell. If you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe so you'll get the drop. And definitely hit that like. Whether you're a fan of the state or a fan of the case, hit the like button. Without further ado, grab a seat. Man, y'all know we finna dig deep. Now, as the Young Thug trial continues to unfold, the state star witness, Woody, is back on the stand. Now, if you like me, I'm almost tired of seeing Woody on the stand. I'm tired of the state and the defense actually using him. But at the same time, he picked his part, so he still got to play his role. Now, it does look like the state actually came out a little aggressive, but one thing I gotta admit and say is that they were ready. Now, whether they found Rico or not, that's a whole nother situation. But one thing they are definitely ready for is to start key witness, Woody. Now, his whole situation in this entire case is definitely a confusing position. Now, one minute he's working for the state, the next minute it seems like he's working for the defense. And at this point, the state is actually tied for the finesse king himself. But ask yourself this, is this actually a sign of desperation coming from the state? Or is it something more calculated? Could it be that the state lined their own witness up on purpose, setting the stage for a tactical maneuver to make sure that a conviction is secured either way, whether it's with their own witness or the defendants on trial? Let that sink in. Even more ironic, the state's witness said that he's finessed himself through this whole place, this case, and through the state. But ask yourself this, is the witness simply getting finessed by the very system that he thought would support him? Let's dig.
And you and I have had discussions about God. Is that fair to say?
Yes, we have.
Okay. And he asked you, Mr. Weinstein asked you, with God in your heart, is everything that you testified to in trial the truth now? Do you remember him asking you that?
I guess, yes.
Okay. But that's not actually accurate, is that, Mr. Copeland?
What you mean?
That everything that you testified to in court while you've been here isn't all true. Is that fair to say?
I don't get what you're asking.
Sure.
You say is everything I testify is true?
Yes.
To my understanding, it's true.
Okay. Well, I want to play for you State's Exhibit 399Y, which is your testimony from a few weeks ago with you and I talking about your ability to read, okay?
To read?
Yes.
Now, the state is definitely playing a risky game by dropping all that pressure on Woody. But ask yourself this, is Woody actually struggling up here on the stand, or is he actually struggling on purpose? If he put himself in his own position, maybe this is what he does. As he said, this is just part of the finesse. So let's watch him finesse his way out of this.
At State's Exhibit 332Y, do you see on here where it says Hertz rental record?
I can't read.
Okay, so you can't see anything on that page?
I can't read.
Okay. Do you see the name Jeffrey Williams? Do you remember telling me that you couldn't read?
Right.
Okay.
Can I speak on it?
No, not yet.
All right. Yes.
All right. And do you see the date of December 13, 2018?
Yes.
Okay. And does it say plea of guilty form?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Is this the plea of guilty form you filled out when you took the plea to theft by receiving stolen property back in 2018?
Can you say it again?
Sure. Is this the plea of guilty form that you had to fill out when you took the plea to theft by receiving stolen property in 2018?
I guess.
I'm also now showing you State's Exhibit 402Y. Do you see your name on there?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see your signature when you signed and date this on August 12, 2013?
I see the date.
Okay. Do you see your signature?
Oh, yes.
Did you fill this out when you took your plea in 12 SC 110195, which was your intern automobile plea?
I guess.
Is that your signature?
What?
On the second page.
I guess.
All right. I'm also showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 403Y. Do you see your name on here?
Yes.
Do you see the petition of bond that you filled out while in jail trying to get a bond?
You said I filled it up?
Did you write this from the Fulton County Jail?
This, I wrote that, but not that.
So you didn't write your petition for bond?
No, this not in my handwriting.
Okay. Well, I'm showing you State's Exhibit 404Y. Do you see this letter that she wrote from the Fulton County Jail?
Again, that's not my handwriting.
Okay. Do you see that this was sent by you from the Fulton County Jail?
That's my handwriting.
This is your handwriting, but you didn't write this in this. Okay.
Yes.
Do you see here on page 4, you had to write, are you able to read, write, and understand the English language? You said yes.
Yes.
All right. Also here on your plea of guilty form, can you read, write, and understand the English language? You said yes, correct?
Right.
All right. And that's what you signed and dated, correct?
I guess.
All right. And last week, do you remember when Mr. Steele put before you the murder warrants in this case? You were able to read the murder warrants in this case?
I don't remember reading that.
Okay. Do you remember when Mr. Shard asked you to read that dismissal form that when your case was dismissed in early this year, that you were able to read that?
He read it for me.
Do you remember reading it yourself?
I remember listening to him and agreeing to, because he reading it for me in front of everybody, so I assumed that what he reading is on there.
Is it the only time that you couldn't read when I had to put something in front of you that dealt with thug?
It's a different, like, that's why I just asked, because I explained to you.
What would you like?
Reading and understanding is different. Like, you putting papers in front of me, like, you read that stuff?
Okay. So is your testimony today that you did not read anything last week when Mr. Steele and Mr. Shard gave you documents to read?
He said, did I read anything last week?
Yes.
I don't. Just looked at the paper. He reading it in front of everybody, so I'm assuming whatever he reading, it got to be on there because he in front of the courts.
Okay.
See, this is a prime example of why you can't play with the system. You can't play both sides. You can't be street and can't cooperate at the same time. See, Lawoody's been claiming that he's been finessing the legal system the entire time, but ask yourself this: who's really in control here? Is Woody that smart where he actually outsmarted the prosecution, or did they actually just use him to their advantage? Let's dig.
Now, that wasn't the only thing that you have not been honest about with this jury now that you testified. Is that fair to say?
What you mean?
On cross, do you remember Mr. Steele and Mr. Shard asking you about the gang meeting with Mo the day before Nut died?
I'm listening.
Do you remember them asking you about it?
You said, do I remember them asking me about it?
Yes.
I guess.
And this is the same gang meeting that you didn't remember me asking you about it or telling me about it. Do you recall that?
You asked me about it?
Yes, and you didn't remember it when I asked you about it.
What am I supposed to say?
An answer. Do you remember not recalling that meeting at all when I asked you about it?
I don't even remember what they asked me about it.
Okay. This gang meeting with Mo, is that the same meeting that you told Detective Thorpe about back in 2015?
I told you, when it came to talking to the detectives, I would tell them anything to get them out of my face.
And is that what you told us, it had so many bodies?
Violence.
Oh, but again, we never discussed the facts of that case when we met with you down at the Fayette County Jail.
I don't know. My only concern was telling y'all that y'all were holding me in jail, so I can't really be specific with. I can't recall. You got to tell me what y'all was saying.
Okay. The only thing we talked about was the fact that you did not want to be in Fayette County Jail and you wanted a court date so you can get out of jail. Is that fair?
No, we was in there for a long time.
Right. And we never discussed the facts of the case. Correct.
See, you talking.
Now, some people do play stupid games and win stupid prizes. This case right here with this actual witness is a perfect example of just that. Now keep in mind that timing with the trial like this, timing is everything. So did Woody actually say too much, or did he actually miscalculate his step, giving the ammunition over to the state? Now, another thing that you definitely have to pay attention to is that if he is willing to manipulate this legal system altogether, why not just sit up here and tell a bold-faced lie? But then again, is he telling the truth, or is he lying right now? See, this is the part of playing with the system. When you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Right now, we about to play pin and tail on the donkey. Let's dig.
I think I'm more talking to Miss Love. And you was just, because I just remember you just kept standing there and you trying to act like somebody in the hood. So,
Still talking though.
Was I just quiet and being myself?
I said she would be in
no,
the
you
hood,
acting
right?
like somebody I grew up with.
But is that surprising?
Let's focus
Like
on what it
police said
is
they
that you're
do.
trying
They
to
fit in
have him
so they can make them
clarify.
comfortable.
Now, the next time that we
Makes sense.
met was in May of 2024. Is that fair to say?
I don't keep up with it time. I honestly can't remember.
Do you recall telling me that I had most of it correct, but there were some things I had wrong?
I don't remember. Yeah, I think I told you y'all don't got y'all facts together, but I don't know.
And do you recall telling me that some of the facts that we didn't have together was the fact that you had stolen Donovan Thomas's stuff?
What you mean?
Did you tell me?
You talking too aggressive right now, and it's frustrating me.
Did you
Pipe
tell
down.
me
She better
that
pipe,
one thing
pipe
that I did
down.
not have correct is that you were the person that
See,
stole
what gives
Donovan
me
Thomas?
is all the stuttering, bro. Come on. This should be a clear message to people all around the world. This is what happens when you play. But came up here playing with the state.
I guess I honestly can't remember.
Do you recall telling the detectives about a shooting with Thug and Nard in the car, and you and your brother was in another car, and you saw Nard with a gun, and he racked it, and when you started driving away, you heard shots being
I
fired?
told you you here
No, did you tell that to the police?
to my interrogation room.
Yes.
Oh, I tell the police anything.
Okay. Do you remember telling me that I didn't have all those details correct?
No, I don't remember telling you that.
Okay.
I don't want to be exposed.
And speaking about that, when we met, did you tell me that your biggest concern was what the defense knew about you?
To my things I did,
Yes.
right?
And did you tell me I don't have a problem testifying for y'all? I'm more concerned about what they know about me.
I'm concerned about both of y'all because they can. It ain't. Cause, I mean, man, I don't know. It's just, man, I don't know. You got me up here and
Perfect example. You're too small for your own.
And you keep telling me that you keep testifying that you kept telling us that you lied. Is that fair? Do you recall me asking you, what do you lie
Yes.
about? What do you lie about?
you thought I was gonna tell you.
Okay. And then I asked you, are you talking about like lying to your girlfriend?
This
What are
man
you
done
talking
pissed the
about?
state off.
Because I want
See
y'all.
how they coming up?
Because y'all put me in here, and I
this
honestly told
point,
you, I know I just told
he
you
might
every
as well
time
be
you
on the
talk, like,
record.
I don't lie. So y'all putting me up here, and y'all be expect me to remember the lies I done told. Yeah, I better remember the truth. All the time, to be honest with you, you ask me these questions. Anytime I think about anytime me and you met, it was just laughing, hee ha ha. Like, I don't. Shit, you played on me.
Now, do you recall also telling me that the defense may have a video with you and others bragging about killing Nut? Do you remember telling me that there might be a video that the defense has that it's you and others bragging about we killed Nut?
What about it?
Do you remember telling me that?
I told you that.
Do you remember me asking you if the video exists, can I have a copy of it?
Huh?
Do you remember me asking you if this video exists, would you give me a copy of it?
I don't even. Shit, when I heard it, them people say it over there, I didn't know y'all. I don't know that. I don't know. I don't recall.
So last week when Mr. Steele asked you if there was a video about saying you killed Nut, that wasn't the video, correct? There was a video maybe that said we killed Nut, correct? On that Monday, June 10th, there was a meeting in Judges' Chambers, correct?
Yes.
And that meeting was with you? You were there?
Yes.
Your attorney, Ms. Bumpus, was there?
And you was there.
I was there. Investigator Long was there?
Yes.
Okay. Another investigator, Hamilton, was there?
Trying to little short bald head dude.
Yes.
Yes.
And there were some sheriff's deputies, correct?
A lot of them.
All right. And the purpose of that meeting was to explain to you what would get you out of jail, correct?
I don't know. I don't know the purpose of it.
Okay. Where did we discuss you getting out of jail?
We been there for a long time.
And did we discuss you getting out of jail?
Yeah, it was some of it.
And do you remember Mr. Shard and Mr. Steele asking you about those meetings last week?
I remember, I don't know which one asked me, but I remember being asked about it.
And is it true that there were some details missing from what they asked you last week?
You tell me.
During this meeting, were you able to talk to your attorney, Ms. Bumpus, on multiple occasions?
She sat right there with me the whole time.
And were there times when we left and you were able to talk to her by yourself?
I whispered in her ear.
But were there times when I left the room, the judge left the room, and you and Ms. Bumpus were in there and the two of you talked by yourself?
I think y'all probably left out before. I can't really remember.
And did I tell you in that interview that the only reason why you were in jail is because you pled the fifth?
That sounds like something you said.
And did I also tell you that so long as you testify that you would not be in jail?
Huh?
Did I also tell you that so long as you testified, you would not be in jail?
Well, me and you going back and forth.
And did I tell you that so long as you testified, you would not be in jail?
Yeah, but I was explaining to you why I didn't want to testify.
And did I tell you multiple times in that interview that the state of Georgia did not want you to be in jail?
That sounds like something you said. And you asked me, when you questioned me, did I did, and I told you no.
So you talking about killing Nut, that at no point did I ever tell you if you just admit to killing Nut, you'll be charged with perjury. Did I ever tell you that?
I don't understand you.
If you don't recall, you don't recall. And I will go through my process of what I do. Do you recall me telling your attorney that?
See, y'all don't understand. Like, I think don't nobody in this courtroom know how I feel to be sitting right here. It ain't about what I recall, what I remember, what I don't remember. It's the functioning of my brain as I'm sitting up here. It's like, I'm trying to answer y'all, but my brain is in and out. Like, I don't, you feel me? Like, I can't, you ask me, this is how you ask me the question. It better than I'm trying to comprehend what you're saying and then answer truthfully, but it sounds like a trick question because I don't know how to answer these questions. When me and you talk without being in the courtroom, you taught me on a level where I can understand you good. But when you get right here, the question that you asked me made me feel like I'm in an interrogation room, so I don't know how to answer your questions. I don't commit crimes. I changed my life.
So when you said I did these crimes and Mr. Steele asked you about that, or Mr. Shard, what crimes were you talking about that you did?
I guess the ones in my dream, the nightmares, whatever. I don't know. I don't get what you're asking me.
You said, I did these crimes. I'm telling you that. And my response to you was, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm asking you today, what crimes were you talking about back in June that you said you committed?
I ain't committed no crimes.
Are you saying you haven't committed any crimes? Really?
The crimes I committed for, y'all locked me up for them.
Okay. So then when you said I did these crimes, were you talking about things that happened in 2015?
I'm talking about the crimes y'all caught me for.
Okay. And to be clear, were you talking about any crimes that are charged in this present indictment?
I'm not a part of it, so I don't know. I never read this indictment and don't want to read it or hear nothing about it.
Yo, stop what you're doing real quick. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit the like button. Share the video. Hit the like button. Let's dig.
Mr. Copeland, is it fair to say that you still love Shannon?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You still love Thug?
Yes, I do.
And you don't want anything, and you don't want your testimony to hurt them, correct?
It's not about hurting them. I told you I lied. It's the truth. I lied.
I have no further questions. Telling Mr. Weinstein that last week.
Yes.
And right now, you're still trying to finesse this jury because it's still always about you, correct?
I'm not trying to finish this jury. I'm trying to, because other you trying to get up out of here so I can move on with my life. And that's it.
You're still YSL, correct?
What you mean? Am I still YSL?
And you're still YSL for life, correct?
I don't get what you're saying. Like,
you're still YSL for life. That's what you said in the off the porch video, correct?
But you trying to make it seem like it's a game though. That my only purpose is it's not a game. So you saying what you're saying. If you drop the game, like you confusing like a more.
All I'm asking you is, are you still YSL for life?
Am I still YSL for life?
Yes.
I don't know how to answer that. Like, I don't know.
And what you're doing and what you've been doing for the last couple of months that you've been on the stand is you're still trying to stay loyal to YSL, correct?
If that were the case, I wouldn't even be up here lying on them. If I'm trying to be loyal to them, I wouldn't be trying to lie and put the blame off on them.
And you feel guilty now because you told the police what Shannon, Yak, Thug's involvement was in the murder of Donovan Thomas back in 2015, correct?
No, ma'am. I feel guilty because I have put my hand in some stuff that I should never even done. It's a difference. Like I keep telling you, if I knew that these boys did this and that I saw them do that, and I can say for facts they did this.
And matter of fact, in the October interview, October 2021 interview, you talked to Investigator Viverito about what you told police back in 2015, correct?
Probably so.
Okay. And you talked to her about the fact that you feel guilty. Do you recall doing that?
I talked to her about, I have a conscience. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all caught me in a vulnerable, in 2015, y'all caught me in a vulnerable state. And then, you know what I mean? I was going through a lot. I have done so much stuff. And it was just like, and police got me, and I'm trying to throw the blame off on other people that I should never did.
And in 2021, 7 years later, you told Investigator Viverito, what I told you back then was the truth, correct?
Because you gotta understand. So, I know you don't know. Viverito, those people touch us. You feel me? Like, they literally sit there and follow us around and pull the car over, lock us up because they know we don't have a license. Like, they constantly do that, like, on a daily basis. So when I'm in front of them, I already know they about to lock me up. And I'm just, Viverito, she's better than Gaten because she know how to play on you good. And I knew she was playing on me, and I was trying to play back on her. I was trying to convince them that I would be truthful with them.
And did you tell her that I told them everything in 2015, but no one ever helped me out?
Yeah, I never needed nobody up because my only thing was, shit, I knew they was playing on me, but like I said, they sitting here. I didn't want to go to jail. If I could prolong it out, or they go for what I'm saying, then hopefully I could get out of here.
So what you're saying, what you told Investigator Viverito was not the truth?
What I'm telling you is, I mean, June, whatever date you said, when they questioned me, I have made it up. I told you that before you put me on the stand in front of the jury. The jury didn't even have to hear or see me. But y'all still forced me up here. I told you I was going to plead the fifth, and y'all like, why would I plead the fifth? And I told y'all why, because I lied. So don't put me up here and expect for me to say something that is a lie. If you ask me the truth, and I can tell you the truth. And the truth is, I didn't see these boys commit no crime. I'm not trying to protect nobody. I don't even know some of them over there.
Nation, and on direct, you testified that YSL is not a gang, correct?
And it still ain't a game.
And you testified it was a music label, correct?
Well, that's the purpose of it.
Okay. And it's a music label that you were never signed to, correct?
Clearly.
Okay. And you never done any songs with Thug, correct?
I haven't.
Now, on cross-examination, do you remember Mrs. Steele playing a portion of the On the Porch video?
Off the porch.
Off the porch, excuse me, thank you for correcting. The Off the Porch video with you?
Yes.
Now, that's a blog for up-and-coming artists, correct?
Yes.
And you talk about music?
Yes.
Right. And you talk about life growing up, correct?
I think so.
Now, the portion that Mr. Steele played, was that was the portion where you called yourself a gangster and said that you would slap people in the face if they tried you or something like that. Do you recall him playing that portion of the clip for you?
Yes.
But that was not the entirety of that interview. Is that fair?
No.
Okay. I want to play for you a few portions, okay?
Put the headphones on?
Yes, please.
Yeah, they little Woody Freehand Entertainment. Just jumped out of the pool with Dirty Glove. That's slap YSL for life.
Now, there you said slap YSL for life, correct?
Yes.
And again, you were never signed to YSL the label, right?
Not
Okay. And slap means slime love all the time, correct?
Slack me, slack.
Slime love all the time?
If this, I guess.
All right.
Hello. Stay away from that shit, bro. You just don't know it be your hood, bro. Your hood scared you, bro. Don't do that. Trust me, your hood is the main hood. Them the main people that want to have you fucked up before anybody else on the street do. They what I'm saying. You play scared of you. I already know. You gotta stay away from that shit. You got a little girl now. I've been telling you that shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I was just mad at your ass, bro. On my money, how you hearing the phone going out for me like I don't did something wrong, bro. Calm man. Motherfucker. Man, you know Valerie told me that. But I'm saying, you listen big bad. They call my phone 20 times, bro. You know what I'm telling you? They always just call my phone 20 times. No call ID, then we get right in the car. You walk past me like you a boss. Bitch, I got it on me, that fake ass weave in your head, ho. I drop your ass. And I got my pistol on me too, ho. I'm trying me fuck around with you. I just told you don't be listening to this fat ass hoe. She wanna keep up drummer, bro. Come on, man. This hoe just told somebody with jiggle ass. Don't listen to her.
You finished?
Yes. So the portion that Mr. Steele did not play was when Max said, "Swear to God, we killed Nut." Correct.
What you mean?
I played for you the clip.
I heard you. I don't get what your question is.
The portion that was not played was when Max said, "Swear to God, we killed Nut."
She said they swear to God we killed Nut. But if that's what you want her to say, then
That's what the recording says. "Swear to God." I'll rephrase, Your Honor.
Sustained. Rephrase.
In the interview, did you hear, "Swear to God, we killed Nut"? I mean, in the jail call, excuse me.
I'm telling you what she said. I mean, I talk to her on a daily basis. Like, I might not can't hear, but I can I can understand street talk slang, and she's saying what they saying in the streets. They swear to God we killed Nut.
Did you hear the person in the background said, "We smoked Nut"?
You gotta play it again. I didn't hear that. I mean, but I never heard of that.
Okay. We'll play that. That's that portion for you.
Thank you. I want to hear the whole thing.
Yeah. Swear to God, we killed Nut, so they gonna stay on you.
Now, as you see, the actual state is definitely on that whole nut situation. And will they actually get Woody to actually say the wrong thing at the right time? Because remember, all of this is about timing. And in my personal opinion, I feel like Woody definitely miscalculated these steps. Now, the prosecution right now is actually cooking with it. But again, the prosecution drops the ball, and they actually do what? Mischaracterize and misrepresent more character information. Now, with this whole phone call, getting the words chopped up, assuming that they said this and they really didn't say that, whether it was mischaracterized or misrepresented, this should be a lesson learned. That anything you say and do can and will be used against you. Because as you see, evidently there's not a statute of limitation on witness statement. And some things are just better left unsaid than said on the phone. Let that sink in. Not to mention it is a complex web of narratives and the jury's belief or disbelief, and Woody's words could definitely determine the outcome of this trial. So did Woody say too much too soon? And why is Woody's testimony treated differently from the previous impeached witnesses? Let that sink in. Let's dig.
This
Sustained.
Why didn't you ask her, what we are we talking about?
because that's what the streets are saying.
So who is the we?
Sustained.
You didn't ask, why didn't you get clarification as to who she was talking about?
Because I heard it in the streets myself.
So when you heard it in the streets, what did you hear in the streets?
Sustained.
When Dolly is talking to you, is this when you were being shot at because people thought that you killed Nut?
I don't get what you mean. Can you be more specific?
When you told Dolly that it was people were coming after you, was this because people thought that you had something to do with Nut's murder?
Sustained.
Why did you think people were coming after you?
It was more the police that I was really speaking on coming after me. It's like every time I did something, they was popping up. Like I wasn't worrying about nobody in the streets. It was the police. So that's why I kept saying it come after me. I was going to jail for charges I didn't even crimes I didn't even do. Like that.
Right. Mr. Copeland, is he released or just excused?
He'll be excused for right now, Your Honor.
So he's excused. He's not released.
Court's indulgence.
Okay. Mr. Copeland, you are excused. It is,
Oh, what do
I
you mean?
guess, possible that you might be called back, but until you hear otherwise, you don't have to come back here again.
It's not over with?
Well, your testimony for right now is over with. The trial is not over with, but you don't need to concern yourself with the rest of it. But as I understand, he's still under subpoena.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Engelberger, thank you again for your willingness to step in here for us, for the court.
I'll tell you when.
You may be, and obviously stand by as well, because he's not released, but yeah, we would let you know and give you all both some heads up if he's to be recalled. Thank you.
See, the prosecution is definitely playing no games with Woody. See, Woody came up here playing games that he thought he was going to win the prize too. And in reality, he is the actual game. Now, the state is actually exposing them on all ends, angles, and aspects. But ask yourself this, is the jury convinced? Now, the jury still has to weigh Lil Woody's claims against the evidence presented by the state. But ask yourself this, was Woody truly finessing the system? Or was he simply a witness trying to protect himself? Now, even more ironic was that the state actually came out and said that they had no intention of actually dismissing this case, nor are they actually trying to goad the defense into an actual mistrial. Now, ironically, the state's gamble is on full display, but by doubling down on Lil Woody's credibility, they are taking a significant risk and a chance right here in front of the jury. But if the state can convince the jury that Woody was simply a man caught in difficult situations, as he said at different phases of his life, is it possible that Woody was actually just trying to do the right thing? Will the same person that helped build this case be the same person that helps the state seal this case? Let that sink in. Or will the state regret putting so much faith into a witness who claimed to finesse them all? Now, one thing I do want to acknowledge is the simple fact that the state actually spun Woody around over and over and over again till he was actually tangled in his own web of lying. But here's the problem. They still haven't proved motive in the whole RICO case for Young Thug or the other defendants that's on trial. So again, if Woody's not the one who the state is going for, where's RICO? Now, I gotta admit, it did feel kind of good to hear that Woody still had some love for Shannon and Young Thug. But ask yourself this, did Woody say too much, too soon? So while Woody thought he was up here actually finessing the state, just remember, his love for the game is what got him up here in the first place. Now granted, it is sad to hear all the sad stories about him being the victim, but ask yourself this, did he just help the state case while finessing the system? Or, again I ask, did he say too much too soon? Unraveling the very narrative the prosecution needed to actually secure a conviction. Now, luckily, we did make it to the end of the testimony of the state star witness, but ironic, the state didn't even release him. Now, one thing for certain is that Woody's testimony today was actually a W for the state as well as the defense. Now, in the end, it will be up for the jury to actually decide. Is Lil Woody just the actual key witness who revealed the truth, or is he just another victim of a broken system? So y'all let me know in the comments. Did Woody outsmart the system, or did he play himself? And if you was Young Thug, would you still have that same love for Woody that Woody claimed that he has for you? Man, y'all jump in the comments and let me know y'all thoughts. How did this actually impact the outcome of this trial? Did Woody help the state or the defense? Man, y'all make sure y'all jump in the comments, hit that notification bell, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get that drop whenever we drop. Till next time, man, y'all remember, the life you save might just be your very own. And remember, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Till next time, it's your boy Jay. Go.